Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called Is Sweden Gripen a smarter choice than the US F-35? Here's the truth. This is from a channel called Military TV. I have no idea what on earth could be a Gripen. I know that F-35, I'm pretty sure that's an airplane, but the Gripen, I don't know, must be a plane. It sounds like Griffin, the mythical creature, but I'm guessing they do not have a relation. So clearly I'm clueless. So hopefully I'm gonna be learning some new things. So let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe.
What makes a great fighter jet? Is it stealth, speed, advanced weaponry, or is it cost effectiveness and versatility? In the world of modern military aviation, two jets stand out for very different reasons. The JAS 39 Gripen, Sweden's agile and cost-efficient warrior.
It's pretty.
And the F-35 Lightning II, America's stealthy and technologically dominant powerhouse. One is a 4.5 generation fighter, designed for high maneuverability, rapid turnaround, and affordability.
Well, it's cheap. Well, as cheap as
the other is a fifth generation stealth aircraft, built to dominate the skies with advanced sensors and electronic warfare.
How many generations? Like how many
Both
years
have strengths, both have weaknesses. But which one truly excels?
Okay, so the one in the left, it's the F-35, and the one in the right is the Swedish one. Visually, I think the Swedish one is prettier. That's just
where it matters most.
It's kind of prettier, slicker.
Today, we put them head to head to determine which fighter jet packs the bigger punch for modern warfare.
Okay, yeah.
But before getting to the main discussion,
really
let's take a look at the overview of the both fighters.
They have so many things. So, they have a bunch of elements that I have no idea what they are.
The JAS 39 Gripen is a testament to efficient and versatile fighter design.
Ooh.
Developed by Saab in the late 20th century, it was designed to replace Sweden's aging fleet.
Late 20th century, that's okay, so like early 2000s?
While
technically, late in 1999.
Prioritizing multi-role capabilities, cost-effectiveness, and rapid deployment. Its lightweight Canard Delta wing configuration enhances maneuverability, making it highly agile in air combat. This adaptability...
I don't know, obviously I've never flown one of these planes, but they look so lightweight that I'm scared of the thing tipping over.
Allows it to perform air-to-air combat, ground attack, and reconnaissance missions, making it a true multi-role aircraft.
How fast are they? Is that important? Oh my, are those missiles?
The latest variant, the Gripen EF, brings cutting-edge avionics, a more powerful engine, and an advanced electronic warfare suite, keeping it competitive in modern air combat.
Oh God, it looks so pretty, like it looks sleek.
A key upcoming upgrade is Sweden's plan to arm the Gripen with the Taurus KEPD 350 cruise missile, a long-range precision strike weapon with a range exceeding 500 kilometers.
Wow!
Once integrated by 2028, this will significantly boost the Gripen's ability to neutralize fortified enemy targets from standoff distances. But how does it compare to the F-35?
Oh my God, I want to fly one of these planes. They just look very cool when they're in the air.
The F-35 Lightning II represents a major leap in stealth and multi-role fighter technology.
They look bigger.
Developed under the Joint Strike Fighter program, it was designed to provide a common platform for various branches of the U.S. military and allied nations. One of its most defining features is its stealth technology, which allows it to evade radar detection and penetrate heavily defended airspace undetected.
How are they doing that? I mean, they look small, but obviously you're seeing, well, sometimes you don't actually. So, I don't know, but how exactly does it bypass radars? Is it technology? It's technology, right? It's not as if visually you're able to see it maybe, but the radar is not going to be seeing it.
Beyond stealth, the F-35 boasts advanced avionics, including sensor fusion and network-centric warfare capabilities.
What is that?
Giving pilots unmatched situational awareness and the ability to share real-time battlefield data with other assets.
Oh, how
the fighter comes in 3 primary variants, each tailored for different operational needs. The F-35A, designed for conventional takeoff and landing. The F-35B, capable of short takeoff and vertical landing for use on amphibious assault ships, And the F-35C
Vertical landing sounds quite scary for a pilot and for anyone.
optimized for carrier-based operations with a larger wingspan and reinforced landing gear. Now let's compare them head-to-head.
Oh, those are the F-35s. Yeah, I've seen them.
When it comes to speed, the Gripen holds the edge with a top speed of Mach 2, making it faster and more agile than the F-35,
But how?
which maxes
Okay, I thought that we're going to do like miles per hour. How much? What is that? I have no idea. What is it? Mach 2? What?
out at Mach 1.6.
But what is that? In kilometers?
Its lightweight
miles.
canard delta wing design enhances maneuverability, making it an excellent choice for dogfighting. The F-35, while
Dogfighting.
slower, takes a different approach. It leverages stealth and sensor fusion to dominate beyond visual range engagements, allowing it to strike before being detected.
That's
But
crazy.
speed isn't everything. Range and firepower matter too. The F-35 outperforms the Gripen in endurance,
my God,
boasting a
that's
combat
gunshots?
range of 2,200 kilometers compared to the Gripen's 1,500 kilometers.
Wow, that's insane. Those. Yeah, it's a range. That's a lot of range. What for both of them?
It also carries a heavier payload, up to 18,000 pounds of weapons, surpassing the Gripen's 13,000 pounds. However, Sweden is leveling the playing field by integrating the Taurus KEPD-350 cruise missile, a precision strike
missile.
weapon with a range of over 500 kilometers.
Is the range 500 kilometers means that you can just drop this at 500 kilometers? Yeah, okay, but not from above. You can be, I don't know, sort of or horizontally or diagonally, and the thing can strike. Is that what it means? I have no idea about this.
By 2028, this upgrade will significantly enhance the Gripen's long-range strike capabilities. Of course, a modern fighter jet is nothing without stealth, and that's where the F-35 truly excels.
Because yeah, you're going to be
Its
they're
low
going to
radar
detect you.
cross-section and internal weapons bays make it nearly invisible to enemy detection.
But with the
Gripen,
eyes, what's
on the other
happening there?
hand, lacks stealth shaping, but it
Okay, so you're gonna see
compensates with a
it.
powerful electronic warfare suite. Using gallium nitride technology,
What
it can
on earth
jam
is
enemy
that?
radars, disrupt missile guidance, and electronically evade detection.
Is that a thing that pulses and it goes to detected in the radar? Is that how it works? Because I am imagining a lot of sci-fi things.
While the F-35 relies on stealth to survive, the Gripen counters with electronic warfare, making it
God.
highly effective in contested airspace.
That's crazy.
When it comes to operational flexibility, the Gripen is built for maximum versatility. It can take off and land on short or improvised runways, including highways and remote airstrips, giving it a major advantage in decentralized operations.
Yeah, of course. You can fly this anywhere.
Its rugged
Right,
design
yeah.
and quick turnaround time enable high sortie rates, making it an ideal choice for nations with limited infrastructure. The F-35, in contrast, requires well-maintained air bases to perform at its best.
Oh, really?
Its maintenance-intensive nature and longer servicing times can limit the number of missions it can fly in a
yeah,
given
of
period.
course. Oh yeah, it's so expensive.
Cost
I
is
imagine.
another key factor.
Yeah.
The Gripen E is significantly more affordable, with a unit
cheaper.
cost of around $85 million.
This is insane.
The
That's so expensive.
F-35A, while more advanced, comes at a higher price, around $100 million per unit.
Oh well, but it's not that much. It's not
This
that
stark
expensive.
difference makes the Gripen a more budget-friendly option for nations looking to balance performance with affordability.
Wow, but it's just 20 millions. What's 20 millions if you're willing to spend 100? Well, I don't know. It depends. I don't know about bigger budgets. Who knows? I don't
In
think
terms of
I don't think
combat
that's that
capabilities,
expensive.
the Gripen E integrates the Meteor missile, offering superior air-to-air combat performance, along with a gallium nitride-based electronic warfare suite that enhances survivability in high-threat environments.
Oh my god, because it jumps the
Sweden
radar?
is also
The radar?
preparing to equip the Gripen with the Taurus KEPD-350 missile by 2028, adding long-range precision strike capabilities that will significantly boost its lethality.
Oh my.
The F-35, on the other hand, excels in networked warfare. It features cutting-edge radar systems, sensor fusion, and advanced data sharing capabilities, allowing it to coordinate seamlessly with allied forces and maintain a dominant situational awareness over the battlefield. On the global stage,
Sort of
the
for work
F-35
lessons.
has been widely adopted, with over 1,000 units
Yeah.
delivered across 17 countries,
I think
making it the most
probably the most known, I think, sort of fighter, airplanes or whatever, jets.
widely used fifth-generation fighter.
Yeah.
The Gripen, though not as extensively exported, is operated by Sweden, Brazil, Thailand, and Hungary, and remains a strong contender for air forces prioritizing affordability, adaptability, and multi-role effectiveness. So, which fighter jet do you think is better? That's all for today. Thanks for watching.
Okay, well, coming from someone who clearly has no idea about any of this, I have to give it to Sweden. I think it's just, okay, first, obviously, what's really not important, it looks slicker, it looks nicer, although obviously, again, when you're talking about military, it's not really, who cares if the thing looks pretty, if it doesn't look pretty, if it's visually appealing, if it's not visually appealing. However, I personally, because again, I don't have to fly one of these things, and I'm not, president of a nation, so I don't have to decide, thankfully. I think, again, I just like the Swedish jet better, because it just looks nicer. I think visually it's just prettier. So in design, if I were just looking at the aesthetics of this, I would give it to Sweden. I like it better. I like the Gripen better. As for the whole bunch of things that they do, I mean, they're quite on par with each other. I don't really get, because they're both so incredible that I don't know, which should I choose? I don't know. I would buy, if I have to buy one of these, I think I would buy the Gripen, because again, it's nicer. I think it just makes, I don't know, it just does what the F-35 can do, but a little bit cheaper. Is it going to be, it doesn't have the range that the F-35 has? No, but I think, you're getting a big, bang for your buck. So again, it's 85 million. So it's not as if they come cheap, of course, but I was expecting, I don't know, I was expecting something a little bit, I don't know, more expensive, which I know it sounds crazy. It's $80 million, but still, I was like, oh my God, these things must be so incredibly expensive, like in the 200s. It's quite cheap, I think, again, for one of these things that for what they're able to do. I don't think they're that expensive. I don't know, call me crazy. Obviously, I have no idea how much military equipment costs. I know it's expensive, but I was expecting something more. So it's not really that expensive as I was expecting. But to me, again, the Swedish one, the Gripen, I just think it's a little bit better just because it's a little bit cheaper. It does what the F-35 can do. Not exactly within the same range, but I think maybe what you would ask, or what I would ask myself if I were ever in the position, hopefully never, but if I were put in the position of having to decide which one of these airplanes should I get, for a country, right? Because those are the only people that can get one of these things. Is which one would I choose? I think I would prefer the Gripen one. Because let's be clear, unless and I know a lot of these nations, they have to spend a lot of military because it's it's a warning, or you have it as a backup because like who knows what's going to happen. But realistically, I would ask myself, do I actually need this? I know each country needs to have the equipment and the military thing. But is it actually necessary? I would ask myself that, unless you are from, I don't know, a country that's constantly getting into wars. Although I guess, war can come at any time, right? I don't know. I guess, you try to avoid it. But usually I don't think wars are, you're not constantly getting into them by accident. So I don't know. Would I spend that much money on military grade? Probably not. Again, that's why probably I wouldn't be a good president. I don't know. I just think this money could be invested a little bit better in other things. But I understand, I know, I'm very clear in the fact that all nations have to invest in military equipment and in jets and all of that. No, just in case. And I think they also do this, and they also get, I don't know how it works, but I think they also lend support to other countries. If you're an ally with another country and they ask for help, and you send them the jets. Although it's you can't really do that right now. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about this in a logical matter. I don't think you can do this. I think you need to support. I mean, I guess in the case of the European Union, which I know that Sweden's not a part of, but I think the other countries, you can't just send, I don't know, some country cannot ask for your help and you can just go, Sure, here's, you're not lending your car. Hey, can I borrow your car? Yeah, sure. Here are the keys. It's not really like that. I think you need the support. Everyone has to be like, yes, sure, you can definitely send this to them. And of course, that's assuming they're not in the EU, and that's obviously all everyone bands together. But still, can the US, for instance, lend, they're in the case of the European Union, I know it's different, but can the US send, these jets to someone, like if a nation requires them, can you ask, hey, can you send me 10 F-35s because someone's attacking me? I don't know. Can you do that? Is that done? I have no idea about military strategy or how the politics of this work. But still, I don't know. I think I would go for the Gripen, because even though the F-35 is the most easily recognizable sort of, I think, fighter jet plane in I think in the world, maybe. I don't think I've ever paid that much attention, I have to admit, to sort of what fighter jets and airplanes and jets and military equipment. I know that it's a military plane, but I don't think I would be able to recognize, oh, that's an F-35 or that's an I don't know. Are they all called like this? F-35, F-36, F-30, F-28. I do not know. But I know it's just sort of, they have a very similar design. So obviously, because I'm not an expert, I'm not really, I'm far from an expert, far from paying attention to this. I would assume, well, yes, I guess that's an F-35. I think I would call everything an F-35. Now I know, no, they're not really, when I see them, I look at them and I see, oh, it looks kind of the same. But no, when you see them sort of right next to each other, it's, oh no, I know that they don't really look like that. And also when they show the clip of the F-35, just a clip from you watching from well, they're above you. It's, oh yes, this is what I've seen. Of course, I think that's the most easily recognizable jet. But usually, I have to admit, if I see a jet, this military jet or whatever, I'm not really paying that much attention. I'm just seeing it's a jet, it's a military jet. What is it? What model is it? I have no idea. I can't recognize them because they're also similar in their design, but I can't explain it because once you look at them sort of side by side, you can see, oh, I can see the differences. But honestly, I think that's only if you're seeing them side by side, or if you're really sort of close to them, as they're not in the air. Because if they're in the air, I think it's just really hard to recognize, oh, that's one of this and the other. That's a Gripen. That's an F-35. I don't know. They all look the same to me. I have no idea, unless of course I'm actually seeing them. But I have so many questions about how they're adding things about the radar technology that apparently they jam. And again, the F-35 apparently is the sleeker one, and it probably that's really what makes it a little bit more expensive. It's obviously, again, the range is better, but I think probably the only advantage that I could see is the stealthiness of it all. If they apparently have this, they go undetectable on radars. I have no idea how that thing works. That technology. I'm imagining they showed us an equipment. I have no idea I can't remember the name. It was just a thing that I would assume it emits some sort of wave, some radio wave, and then it makes the radar not notice you, is what I would assume. But it's just a little equipment that you attach to the plane, or maybe it's inside the plane in an engine. I don't know. Maybe not in the engine. I don't know. I'm imagining a car and underneath the hood, and you have, the battery, and you have, get it, the engine, the radiator, I don't know. So I am imagining maybe one of these, if you imagine this, but in an airplane, there's just a thing that makes it, you turn on, and it makes the thing go, pulls, and and maybe the radar then doesn't detect you. Again, I do not know. I'm just imagining things. So maybe that would be, if the F-35 is the only one that has this, maybe I think that's the 20 extra million that you're paying. You're paying for not being able to other people to detect you. So maybe that's it. But I would actually like to know how the technology for this works, because it's really interesting. It's, oh my God, how it looks like magic to me. Although, again, I know that it's not magic, it's technology, but it's just crazy that, oh my God, we're able to do this, as in technology has gone that far. To me, is wild. But, I'm wondering how the thing works. In operations, they go undetected, you turn on the thing, and I guess they're very silent as well. You almost cannot hear them, because one of the things that they didn't really mention this, is, well, technically, they didn't actually mention this. It was maybe about when they're mentioning stealth. But one thing about these jets and all military, or most of these, is that they're quite loud. You're going to be listening to them, even though sometimes you're not able to, they're not super, super loud. But sometimes, you just hear this little, I know, sometimes though, not always. So maybe again, I'm contradicting myself because yes, but I'm trying to think of other, times where I've seen them, and it's yes, sometimes you're not actually able to see them. So yes, maybe, that's how it works. It's not really, sometimes I think you're able to, if everything's silent, maybe you're able to sort of go, I think there's an airplane. But it's true that sometimes, and I know probably this is, the easy, civilian trying to check this out. Obviously, I know that when it comes to the military, they're tracking you with radars. They're not actually using their ears to be, I think there's an airplane. I think there's an F-35. So again, from my civilian point of view, yes, I think it's really hard for them to go undetected, because even always at night, because in the daylight, sometimes you can look up and maybe they're going to be there. But maybe they're flying really high or something, and they're hiding between the clouds. But it's true that sometimes when it's late at night, you can't really see them. But sometimes you're just able to listen to something. I'm listening to something, but so when it's at night and you listen to an airplane and you can't really see it, you only see the red little light. But in this case, I don't think they have lights. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, or maybe I haven't seen the F-35s. I don't know. That's the thing. You're not able to see them because they go undetected. So if you've seen them, it means that it wasn't an F-35. It was another type of airplane. But yeah, whatever. I would love to know about the technology they use to go undetected. And yeah, I think ultimately you would ask, again, if I were in the position to buy one of these things, I would ask myself, do I really need to spend the 20 million extra in order to go undetected? I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Depends on the strategy. Again, sometimes maybe that's why you should discuss this with, I don't know, who's in charge of the military. Do we really need to go undetected? Because this airplane, the Gripen, does everything that the other can do. Only that, again, they're going to know you're coming. But that's how when military strategy comes in, and it doesn't really matter. They know we're coming because I know we have other things and whatever. We can neutralize the threat. However it is, the strategy works. But also, and one of the other things is they're talking about sort of adding, some missiles and some stuff. Doesn't it make it, for the design of the airplane, doesn't it make it a little bit heavier? Because even though I know that, all the engineers and everyone that works on these things is always thinking about all of my questions, but doesn't it make it heavier? So if it's heavier, you can't fly the thing the same, or it doesn't. Maybe it goes no, because the undetectedness it's gonna happen either way. But I don't know. I'm just wondering if it feels a little bit heavier, so you can't really do all the maneuvers that you're able to do. Because I would imagine that even though these things look very, they look heavy because of course, it's an airplane, it's a jet. But in the great scheme of things, I think it looks very light, especially I think when you're in the air. They just look very light, but I know they aren't. No, of course they weigh a ton. But I think for a fighter and a pilot, for it to be able to sort of maneuver this, I think you would need something lighter, right? You can't really go with this heavy thing. So I'm wondering how they deal with this, if they're constantly sort of adding new technology. Do they add the missiles? Doesn't that make it heavier? I don't know. We'd really like to know. And I would also love to know I would love to speak with with a pilot that has flown one of these things, because, oh my God, I can't imagine the rush of the adrenaline rush that you get when you're sort of doing the maneuvers and you go vertical and the whole thing looks wild. I would actually like to. I think I would like to. Maybe not fly. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know how to fly an airplane, but maybe I would like to be the cool pilot. I don't know, just for fun, just to see how it is, because it looks quite fun. Although I know it's a very serious matter, it's military, but I don't know, it just looks very fun, I think, from my point of view. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!